What's up, guys? And welcome to a scripting tutorial. This is basically how you make video games, but I'm gonna be doing it on Roblox, as that's basically what I've been learning on. Anyway, I just wanted to teach you guys how to get started on a simulator, because that's usually what people tend to want to make, a simulator. Anyway, so first things first, we're going to get started by making the item that you're going to click. So what we're going to do is we're going to head to workspace. We're going to insert a tool. You get to call that tool whatever you want. I'm going to call it a lollipop because I'm going to make a lollipop. Now, I am going to insert the head of the lollipop, which is going to be this spear. I'm going to scale it down. And I'm going to call it the handle. If you don't call it a handle, character won't be able to hold it properly. And yeah. Now I'm going to click on my lollipop and use this special plugin called the Tool Grip Editor that I have to see how it is going to be held in the player's hand. So that looks like roughly a good size. That looks like a good sized lollipop. So I'm just going to scale it down a little bit more. And then I'm going to go to my handle, or my lollipop part, find a nice color I like for it. That's good. Find a nice... Yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good. And then I'm going to give it 0.5 reflectance. Looks like a nice shiny ball. Okay. Just going to move that up a little bit. Okay, now I need a handle, so I'm just going to spawn in a cylinder. And I'm going to rotate it. This clearly needs to be scaled down, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to scale it, and that's a little too tiny. Okay, now we can just move this on over. Make it so that it's in the center of the lollipop. Okay, and then I'm just gonna scale it down a little bit more. That's a little too tiny for me. Okay, and there we go. We have our lollipop. So we're just gonna take this. Okay. Just gonna plop this part into lollipop. Now, into our handle, we're going to add a weld constraint. And then we're gonna make part 0 the handle, because that's the part that we're connecting to this other part. Okay, now that we have this, we can just take it and drop it into the starter pack. So now, when we press play, as you can see, we have our lollipop. Yeah, I'm gonna adjust the grip of this a little bit. Plugins, Tool Grip Editor. Okay, there we go. That should be good. Anyway, now what we're going to do is we're going to open up server script service. We're going to make a script, and we're going to call this leader stats script. Okay, now that we have our leader stat script, we're gonna say, I'm just gonna draw down a line, game.players.player added. We'll connect a function. Okay, now what we're gonna say is whenever a player joins, we're gonna create a file called leader stats equals instance.new. This is going to be a folder. Leader stats.name is going to be equal to leader stats, and then leader stats.parent is going to be equal to player. It doesn't know who player is yet, so we're just going to type player in here. That way it knows who the player is. Okay, and then we're going to add our licks. Local licks is equal to whoa, that's a little too far. Equal to instance.new, and this is going to be a number value. And then licks.name is equal to licks, and then licks.parent is equal to leader stats. So now we're making a new folder called leader stats. We're making its parent the player who joined, because we know who the player is, because whenever the player joins, we're just getting their name and we're getting their information, and then we're making a folder inside of their data. And then inside of that folder, we're storing the licks value, which is just going to be what we use when we're referring to the licks as a number. Okay, now we're going to head on over to our starter pack and our lollipop, and we're going to add a local script. Now, what we're going to do here is, so we're going to, I like going down one line in case I put anything above it. It makes it helpful in the future. Anyway, what we're going to do here is we're going to say that when the script.parent, which is the tool, is activated, which means when it's clicked, we're going to connect a function. Whoa. Okay, and that function is just going to say, is going to activate a remote event. Now we're going to head over to the workspace, add a folder. We're going to, not a folder. Script. Okay, and we're going to call this script add licks. And now inside of that script, we're just going to add a remote event. Call this add licks event. Okay, we got a script here. Okay, now we're going to go to game.workspace, add licks event, and then we're going to fire server. We're just saying that if, when this is clicked, when you click with the lollipop in your hand, it's going to fire the server event. Okay, script dot add event dot on server event, we'll call in a connect function, and then this function is just going to go to, so we're going to get the player who activated it, and then we're going to say player dot leader stats dot licks dot value is equal to the player dot leader stats dot licks dot value plus 1. Why we can't just do plus 1 is because if we just add 1 to it, it won't, to be honest, I don't understand it. Anyway, we're just going to add 1 to its value. So basically, if we click play, and then pull out our lollipop and click, as you can see, we're getting clicks. If this doesn't work for you, just rewatch the video, and then if it doesn't work, comment down below and I'll try and help you. Anyway, now that we have that done, we're going to add a backpack. So you can't click after your backpack is full. So we're going to add local backpack equals instance dot new. This is going to be an integer value, meaning it can't be a decimal. And then backpack dot name is equal to backpack. Okay, and then we're going to say backpack dot value is equal to, now this is whatever you want your backpack value to be when the players first starts the game. I'm going to make it a simple little 10. And then backpack parent is equal to leader stats. Now, this is just we're setting up the backpack value so that, like, if the player's backpack is full, then they can't get any more licks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head on over to our local script and we're gonna add an if statement. This is just saying if game.players.local player leader stats licks value is equal to backpack value, then we're going to do nothing. But if else, meaning if their backpack isn't full, don't forget to put an extra equal sign there because it's an if statement. But if it isn't full, then we're going to fire the server event. Basically, whenever we click, it's firing the server event, but if our backpack is full, then it won't let us get any more clicks. As you can see, that number is not going up anymore. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to close all of this, and we're just going to add a screen GUI and a text label. Now this is going to be called display. I'll do display. And now we're just going to add a local script to this. Okay, wait 0 seconds, we're going to do this. Basically meaning that while we wait for nothing, we're going to execute an action. Meaning it's just going to repeat this infinitely, and then it's going to go script.parent.text is equal to game.players.localplayer.leader stats licks value slash game.players local player leader stats backpack value. So what this is gonna do, okay, and then now we need to put this in the right position. We're gonna set our anchor point to 0.5, 0, and then what we're gonna do is, okay, so we know our position is good because it's in that first slot, but its size needs to be 0.1, 0, 0.1, 0. Okay, It doesn't need to be that, but that's just so that when we increase it, it's on the right value. I'm just going to head to my plugins and round the UI. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to text field. Now, if we hit play, something's wrong with our script on line 2. Okay, script.parent.text is equal to game.players.localplayer.leaks.value /.game.player player. Needs to be players. Okay. That's my fault. And now, as you can see, 0 out of 10, and if I lick, that number goes up. There you go. And anyway, that's going to be it for part 1 of this tutorial. I will make a second one if this video can reach 10 likes. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.